Good morning, students. So today we are discussing about 10th class biology regarding to our Telangana state textbook. So generally the 10th class biology textbook contain nearly 10 chapters. So from which some of the chapters kept under activity based and some of the chapters are examination purposes, so that you have to go through the deeply either activity based or examination point of view, both. So however, there is a need to know all chapters clearly in detail, so today I'm going to give introduction about chapters regarding to 10th class biology of Telangana state. So this academic year 2021 and 22, so now started and the classes will be run online mode. So actually government of Telangana given to run the classes online classes only. So in the part I am also continuing to teach the biology class of 10th class in online only, so that you must subscribe my channel for upcoming videos regarding to biology and botany. So you must share to your friends. It is useful to children's during this pandemic situation while they are staying home, so that you must share, subscribe and see the my videos, so that. So now I am going to discuss about introduction of the chapters of 10th class biology. So total we have 10, from which some of the chapters are given under the activity based and some of the chapters for examination purposes. However, we need to know all the chapters in detail, so that I am giving introduction about chapters. Now the first unit or the first chapter is nutrition. First chapter is nutrition. Second chapter respiration. Third chapter transportation. Fourth chapter excretion. Fifth chapter coordination. Sixth chapter reproduction. Seventh chapter coordination in life process, and eighth one heredity and evolution, and ninth one our environment, 10th one natural resources. So now we have total 10 chapters of 10th class biology. So now let us discuss about what is nutrition. So nutrition is nothing but the procurement of nutrients. The procurement of nutrients is called nutrition, or we can say like this: the gathering of nutrients. The gathering of nutrients is called nutrition. So we have doubt about what are the nutrients. So the gathering or the procurement of nutrients is called nutrition. But what are the nutrients? So nutrients are the chemical substances which are helpful to the organism for the growth, development and bodybuilding. So generally nutrients are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and other chemicals. So nutrition should play major role to survival of all kind of organisms, living things. So in this nutrition, the major chapter is photosynthesis. We will discuss. So you know that about photosynthesis, it is the most important in this universe. Why? Because it is the universal food provider, as well as it supplies oxygen to all the organisms in this universe. So in this nutrition, the major topic, photosynthesis, we will study. So next, go to the second chapter. So second chapter is respiration. The respiration is nothing but, when you give the simple definition, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, but it is not real definition. Respiration means the oxidation of or the breakdown of the food material in the presence of oxygen is called respiration. The breakdown or the oxidation of the food material in the presence of oxygen is called respiration. So next, in respiration we have two types of respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So we will study transportation. The third chapter is transportation. You know that transportation means movement of the materials, so supplying to one place to the another place. So transportation means, so when we take outside, generally we grown the crop in field, but where we use in kitchen, in houses, so from there to we bring. So here what is happening? Transportation is occurring. When the transportation occurs, then only our needs we will meet. So that transportation is most important. So you take fruits, vegetables, rice, whatever may be, so they usually grown in one place but used in another place. So where they grown and where they utilized, from there to there we have to carry. So this carrying is nothing but transportation. Then only we meet our demands. So when we take inside the body of organism, so materials will be transported, materials will be moved from one place to the another place. For example, we are take the food material through the digestive system, but each of the food material is goes to finally cell, from digestive tract to cell. How it is means by the transportation. So transportation is mainly here occurs by the blood. So blood is present is generally circulatory system. So in circulatory system there will be a most important organ, that is transportation in intake in our body. Number of substances, they move from one place to another place to carry out work. So transportation should play major role to meet demands in our body as well as outside. Next, to go to the excretion. Excretion means the process of elimination of nitrogenous waste substances from body of organism. Excretion means the elimination, the expelling of waste material from body of organism is called excretion. So in excretion mainly excretory organs are participate. Particularly we take kidneys in our body, and each of animal have special excretory organs they may expel. So next, fifth chapter is coordination. It is most important. The coordination is most important. Why? Because you know, so coordination is most important. You know that to carry in our body we have different organ systems: circulatory system, excretory system, and digestive system, respiratory system, and all these systems must coordinate to carry out work. If they not to coordinate with each other, there will not be function any any system in our body. So there will be systems are interlinked. Respiratory system is linked up with the digestive system is linked up with the excretory system. So like this, each system is coordinate with the other, then only should carry out. So coordination should play major role to carry out all the activities in normal, in balance. So for example, when in coordination, mainly which system is participate means nervous system is participate. Nervous system. So which organ is present mainly in nervous system means brain. So brain is the major. So reproduction means the ability of an organism to give rise to new generation of individuals. New generation of individuals. So reproduction play major role to the continuity of living things in this universe. So reproduction is replaces the old one, and also it helps to continuation of its race. So, reproduction is generally two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In this chapter we will discuss later. Next, to go to the 7th. So coordination in life process. So it is very, very important. Already I said life process. So now coordination in life process. So what are the life process? The basic process which are help to the organism for the growth, development and survival. For example, reproduction, respiration, transportation, digestion, excretion, all these are the life process only. But among there will be coordination is there. So in our body different systems are there, different activities are carried out, but each activity is depends upon another. Each life process is depends upon other life process. So for example, digestive system is link up with respiration and link up with transportation. So then only they should carry out their work, and the successfully there will be a balance we can see in the system. So if coordination is failure among these systems, if the digestive system is not cooperate with the respiratory system, if the transport system is not cooperate with the digestive system, so metabolic activities are not takes place in our body. So that among coordination is most important. So that here coordination among life process to make survival of the organisms to carry out all activities normally. Otherwise, if the coordination is not there in the life processes, like digestive system with transport system with respiratory system, like that, if they are not coordinate with each other, metabolic activities are not carried out. If the metabolic activities are not carried out, organism would not survive. So this is most important to know the coordination in the life process. So once again keep in your mind what is the life process means. The basic process which are helpful to the organism for survival and for perpetuation of its race. So for example for life process, nutrition, digestion, respiration, excretion, reproduction. So these are comes under reproduction, these are comes under life process. So next go to the 8th chapter. 8th chapter is what? Heredity and evolution. So this chapter is mainly describes how the characteristics are transferring from parents to children or generation to generation, how the evolution is occurring from ancient, middle and modern. So human evolution and other organisms evolution we will study in this chapter. So heredity, it is most important. Why? Because how the characteristics have been transferred from parents to children or generation to generation we should know. And also we know that in this chapter mainly Gregor Johansson and Mendel, his experiments, that is hybridization experiments, we can see this in this about pea plant experiments also we can see in this chapter. And the 9th one, our environment. So the surrounding which is present in our surrounding, that is totally what? Atmosphere. So a physical, biological and chemical components which is present in our surrounding is nothing but our environment. Biological, physical, chemical and living being. All these components together we can say that our environment, in which we will study different kinds of nature in this chapter. And lastly, natural resources. So natural resources, what let us know that what are the resources. The resources are the material which are present abundant, but as they occurred in natural, hence they are called natural resources. Example for natural resources, we will take petrol, kerosene, diesel, and plants, animals, soil, water. These are the natural resources, but these are again divided into two types: renewable resources, non-renewable resources. Renewable means which renew. For example, living things, they can reproduce and multiply, whereas petrol, diesel, kerosene, once we use again they cannot replenish and renew. So petrol, diesel, kerosene, these are the non-renewable resources. So why? Because once we use they won't come. Renewable resources means once we use again they may replace, redistribute, retransport. For example, we will be die after 100 years, but replaced by the another organisms. Plants also, by their seeds they may replace. In this way, renewable resources they may renew, but non-renewable resources not renew. Example for renewable resources: living things, water and carbon dioxide, oxygen. These are the renewable resources, and whereas non-renewable resources like petrol, diesel, kerosene. So this is you have to keep in your mind. So total our 10th class syllabus have the 10 chapters, 10th class biology. So this is the introduction today. So tomorrow onwards let us discuss the first chapter of nutrition, 10th class biology, Telangana state textbook. Thank you for listening this class.